Hey everybody, it's Daniel. Today I'm doing another devlog. I haven't done one of these for quite some time, and I've been doing stuff, but just not anything I've been talking about. I've got this piece of paper here in the way. All right, I'm trying to do these videos a lot more off the cuff. In fact, one of the things I've been doing lately has had to do with that. So I have two secret projects that I've been working on. The first one is a YouTube channel where I'm just doing gameplay, and all I'm doing is recording footage. I have been doing it 5 days a week for almost a month now. It's not really for exposure or anything. I have 6 subscribers right now, and like I am 2 of those, so I'm not trying to like become famous or whatever or entertain anybody. It's really, I just need practice talking about stuff, producing things, uploading things, working to a schedule. And so that project so far has been really helpful, and kind of I have kind of a whole different way of thinking about, you know, uploading, producing, you know, doing stuff. I might even like clean up my room so I have like a nicer little setup here. I don't like where that light is, like, I don't know, it's behind my monitor, but the difference between like under eye bags and then nice smooth whatever. Okay, I have no blush on. I don't know. I just don't know what I'm doing, you guys. I'm gonna be wearing just more and more blush as the time goes on. My second secret project, that's also like a producing things, uploading content type of project, but that one's gonna take a lot more work, and I'm not quite done with that one. So as far as actual work on the game, like how has that been going? I made a lot of progress on the arcade style controller, and in fact I have one that I made, well, I got these pieces laser cut, and this is pretty good. Listen to the amount of shit rattling around inside here. That's kind of bad. That's one of the things I should probably fix. But I had issues with this one, like the little place where the USB connector was supposed to go in just didn't work, and then I broke it. And so another issue is like this bottom piece fit way too tight, and I had to like sand it down for it to fit in there. What else? Oh, apparently I need washers too, because a bunch of the, I probably just didn't tighten them very well, but a bunch of the screws are just like falling out. So there's obviously more work to do there. I have another set of laser cut wood coming to me, so I can hopefully, that will be like the one that I can, you know, send off. That thing's pretty late, but all right, I'll get it eventually. Still working on it. I tried to like adjust the white balance. I don't think that yellow walls are good for anyone in any situation. I just don't think we should be doing that, because I'm pink. I don't know, I'm a pink person. So next I have a bunch of updates to do with Olokun Dive. I have made a bunch of progress on that even just this week. I get to cheat to unlock everything, but I've done a lot of work on the mission graph, and I'm gonna be like looking over here. I've decided the mission graph's gonna be way bigger than it was in the previous versions. But to help with that, I'm gonna add these teleporters that you'll come across and unlock. And then even if you die and come back, you know, everything gets reset, but you will be able to go back to teleporters that you've already unlocked. And I have, let me see if I have, let's see. I have a bit of a design for like the overall layout. Like these areas are all approximately as big as what the entire graph used to be. And this layout here is just a basic idea of how it might look. I want players to feel like they're like progressing through the game and getting deeper and deeper as they go, even if they don't do it all at once. So these teleporters are gonna help with that a lot. As we go, we'll find there's like these gates. I don't know if they'll be the bosses or whatever, but there's also gonna be a teleporter right here. So this would be like area 3 over here, and then area 2, at least at this current like mock-up, like area 2 is down here. So once you finish area 1, you'll come across area 2 and you'll find this teleporter. Then anytime you have to restart, you'll be able to just come right back to this area. I think everyone knows what the teleporter is. I don't know. As far as the story goes, another reason to have the mission grid split into all these different areas is that because as you move from area to area, as you progress, that of course gives me points at which I can insert story beats and things like that. I don't even know if that's a word. I do have someone helping me out, just like reviewing the story as it is for the first campaign. And in fact, I recently, a couple of weeks ago, I have exported the entire game's dialogue into a document, which I'll attempt to link below. But I guess if I want someone working on something based on that, I need it all in one place. I still don't know exactly what is gonna happen. I think probably for each type of mission, there's gonna be like some story information, also probably a bunch of like lore node type of things. I need to figure out like what the requirements are gonna be for a writer if I, need someone to write something for me. Like how much work is it gonna be? And I'm finding that, the story can really just depend on, does that make any sense? I think that my progress is not gonna be as dependent on having the story as I kind of thought. Like I could really just design the entire campaign, and then as long as I have like all these places where I'm gonna insert story, I feel like story is the kind of thing that should follow gameplay. So I really have nothing stopping me from just like getting all the gameplay stuff done now, and then story can come later and just kind of puzzle in there. I do want to have kind of I do want to have kind of a different storytelling method. I only want the player to be talking to Kailani herself, and I think she's going to be like the only character. And instead of talking to like Elia or other daemons, she's just going to be talking to the player themselves, right? I want it to be kind of a different storytelling method, just to be more interesting, but also like I don't want to have to interact with the existing story at all. I want it to be something that can be a total offshoot. So, we don't have Elia learning things that would invalidate the story in the first campaign. I think that makes sense. What I have in mind is that probably for other characters and things, it'll probably be other, basically Kailani can tell us about things. But really, I don't want to do a bunch of stuff that's going to require a bunch of artwork and stuff. So I really just want to get a whole bunch of good, like full screen artwork of Kailani made. I feel like I've said this stuff before, but now that I'm like getting back to working on it, I think this is gonna be pretty good. One thing that I want to do kind of differently than I thought I was gonna do before. I kind of thought before that players would only play this expansion after playing the original one, and that they would already know like all the game mechanics and stuff. But instead, now I have a completely different opinion that someone should be able to just download the game, buy this DLC, and then just start playing. So that means putting like, tutorials for oh my gosh, can I talk? So that just means putting in stuff like tutorials for basic gameplay stuff throughout the mission grid, and probably the speed at which the player unlocks those things might be pretty slow. So like maybe in area 1, right at the very beginning of the game, you learn just the basic rhythm controls, kind of like the tutorial in the first mission of the first campaign. But then somewhere like in area 1, you will find like the second tutorial where you learn the zigzag notes, and then from there on you would just have those unlocked. It's kind of like a lot of the things I've been trying to steal from Rogue Legacy, and in that game you start with few abilities, but then the game keeps adding them on. So I kind of want to do a similar method like that, where you'll learn just the basic gameplay and then it adds stuff on. So I'm really interested in having just anybody download and play and be able to enjoy the expansion. I think that might be annoying for people who have already been playing the game. They don't want to have to do tutorials and stuff. I really kind of don't care. I think what is more important to me is just that this thing is more marketable and friendly to new players. I've even been wondering, like, do I want to like mix up the abilities a bit? Like, if it's a whole new expansion, I think that's one of the things where my head just is getting away from me. Like, I need to just like at this point get things done. But I don't know. It seems like it would be a fun opportunity to do something different. Like the first expansion was all about racing, but this one is more about like hacking and stuff. I really doubt that I'll make any big, widespread changes. Is it weird that I'm sitting like that? I don't know, whatever. So with like the YouTube channel, that's given me I almost like am in a routine, which I haven't been in for a long time. In fact, I usually never am. But since I have this like project, which I kind of have to spend like an hour a day on, the YouTube channel, I mean, that's been really helpful. And now that spring is soon coming, that's also going to be great. Although it's kind of, it's funny that I'm talking about that today because it just snowed like 10 inches and it's still snowing. So there's a bunch of snow out there to shovel, but other than that, I can feel myself like coming out of hibernation and becoming productive again. I mean, there's other reasons for that. I've started like reading books again, doing hobbies, playing my dumb violin, studying Spanish. I'm just trying to like do hobbies and like prioritize that, and that's actually helped me a lot to just kind of get out of a rut. Also, microdosing, that's been helping. So I think that's it, right? That's everything that I wanted to talk about, and I expect to be much more in a mode of recording and putting out content, that sounds stupid, devlogs or whatever, or just basically getting a lot of work done and telling you about it. Anyway, I think that's it, so see you later. Bye.